Hello, friends. So I'm not really going to disagree with Josh and Robert. I think if everyone is going to learn one thing, it's going to be character. Or, as I would phrase it, ethical behavior. Learning what is correct ethical behavior. Because I think I've talked about this with you guys, but I don't believe things are inherently good or bad. I don't think anything is inherently good or bad. I think it depends on how you use it. Any technology, any tool can be used for good, and it can also be used, even the internet, right? Like, the current anti vaccination movement wouldn't be what it is today without the internet. Um, and people finding bad sources of information, and people who have unreliable information being able to distribute it so efficiently. Um, so, again, like, even more than understanding communication or technology, if all humanity ever only learned one thing, ethical behavior would be fine. Um, I also like so if I think a good example of this is Forrest Gump, right? The thesis of that movie is stupid is as stupid does. And under that premise, Forrest Gump is actually extremely intelligent, right? He might have a very low IQ, but he always does the right thing, right? He's always chooses the ethical action. Sometimes, I mean, the ethical action from perhaps the movie writer's standpoint, right? Like, I don't know necessarily know that signing up for the military is always the most ethical action, but certainly a lot of people think of it that way. Um, but he always did the right thing, always defended, always protected, always worked hard, always lived up to his commitments, and was rewarded for that over and over again. So, I think that, like, he didn't learn very much, he didn't understand very much, but we could still consider him a genius because everything he did was the right thing. So if we say that, granted, this would probably not happen in real life because if you do have a low IQ, knowing the difference between right and wrong is kind of difficult. Um, yeah. But yes, I do think the most important thing to learn is ethical behavior. There's not really a way to argue with that. It's just correct.